The following is a production of TeamBoydTV.com. The Black and Blue Podcast.
We're rolling hard and we're heading to the high. Just to get a taste of the Carolina pride. We're rolling. 995, 77 South. We're rolling hard and we're heading to the house. Just to get a taste of the Carolina pride. We're rolling.
What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It's your boy, Big Q, TeamBoydTV. This is the Black and Blue Podcast. What's going on, everybody? How everybody doing? Everybody chilling? That's a good thing. That is always a good thing. A lot of big things going on for TeamBoydTV this week, man. Super exciting stuff. I've been having a good time just checking out the growth of the product and the growth of the channel. Again, I want to thank everybody who has been subscribing to TeamBoydTV Turbo on YouTube, and I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I think the Spreaker listenership has grown at a ridiculous rate. I think on Spreaker we have over 1,200 followers so far, and we just started this. We're only on episode number 13. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm excited about that, man. I am super excited. A lot of good stuff going on, man. Everybody getting hyped up for the upcoming football season, and I got to tell you, on Google Plus, man, the battle lines have been drawn. There is war coming to Google Plus. I'm trying to tell you, you guys are serious business. To all my TTC people, man, hey, listen, I want to give a big shout out to all you guys, man. Y'all guys are in the trenches doing that work, man. We'll give a shout out to my boy, Mr. T Money 1993. He is out there grinding. My boy Battle Cat, Panther Nation stand up. You know what I mean? The boys out there doing it. But the battle lines have been straight up drawn. We are preparing for battle. I see that the battle is just starting to escalate, man, and that's always a good thing. I enjoy watching it. To all the Panther Nation soldiers out there putting in work, Big Q salutes you. You know what I mean? Hey, listen. I was talking about the growth of the YouTube channel, which I know everybody's excited. We're getting really, really close to kicking off this football season. The channel has grown tremendously over the last couple months, man. I have a little list of a lot of the guys who just signed up, and I want to give a shout out to them personally. I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine. You know, I've been knowing this lady for a while. But Melinda Millhouse is on the TeamBoydTV Turbo team. Congratulations. I got Q Gross just subscribed. Main Attraction Montana, another Panther Nation soldier. Justin Merkwa, Panthers Super Dave. That's my little dude right there. Who else we got up in here? Pantherholic, you know, the TTC network. I got Eagles Brother 92, DeAndre Reynolds, Wyatt Barber, the Varsity Commissioner. Hey, I want to give a shout out to all you guys, and thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It's like I said, it's just this thing right here is just kind of taking a life of its own, and it's doing really big things, man. And I'm looking at the Spreaker numbers and the people who just joined up with that. Some really good stuff, man. I got a Rachel Musgrove, Fred Turner, Walter Montoya, Monica Solomon, Matt McDonald, Marvin D. Phipps. I got an Alex Booty, Michael Strait, CJ Robles. Who is this? Ruben Ochoa, Josel Marina, Melvina Howard, Sean Thompson, Judy Myers, David Smart. I could sit here literally and go down this list and be shouting out people for the next 30 minutes. But that's not what we're going to do here today, man. We're going to get right into it. I'm really, really kind of overwhelmed and at the overall support that you guys have been showing the TeamBoydTV project, and we definitely appreciate it. Me, Vernie, JB, Glass, everybody involved with the TeamBoydTV project. We absolutely are enjoying and appreciating the fact that you guys have shown us so much love over the last couple of months, and we appreciate it. And gave a shout out to my Panther soldiers out there representing Panther Nation in the trenches, getting down and dirty with these Bucks fans, these Falcon fans. You know what I'm saying? Not so much the Saints fans. The Saints fans, they know what's up. We kind of went to battle with them last season, so you know that's kind of the way it was. You know what I mean? What do I got on the card? A couple different things was going on this week that I don't know if it's news, if it's anything that I should be talking about. But I know for the most part, one of the things that kind of jumped off the page this week for me was these little tweets and these quotes from one former Carolina Panther, Brandon LaFell. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. He's been sending little tweets out and stuff, and all this kind of stuff. So it says, this is from ESPN NFL.com. It says, the first situation was when LaFell was initially was asked why he picked New England over Carolina in free agency. His response: the chance to get the ball more, to play for a winning organization. All right, then it goes on to say he wasn't taking a shot at Carolina coming off a 12-4 season that included a victory over New England. He was just being honest. The Patriots have had 13 straight winning seasons. The Panthers haven't had a consecutive winning season since entering the league in 1995. Okay, we'll talk about that here in a minute. But in the same interview, when he was reminded of the year that Carolina had, LaFell added, because I had a chance to play with a Hall of Fame quarterback, quote unquote, Tom Brady. One day Cam will be there, probably. I feel like it was a better chance to come up here and get more balls than there was with Carolina. Where do we start, man? How do you guys feel about those comments? Now, for the most part, I'm not too bent out of shape about it. But the whole, they work harder here stuff, that to me looked like it was a shot at Carolina. But here's the quote. So I'm going to read it to what he said about that. He said, the way we work, the way we practice, it's all new to me. It's not like we didn't work hard in Carolina, but we work a little harder here. I don't know, man. That's a shot at the coaching staff. That's a shot at the organization. I don't care how you slice that up, and Brandon LaFell, and for me, I've had the luxury of being able to meet this guy a couple times. And, like I said, I'm not going to hold no ill will toward the guy. I just think that these guys need to understand that you never say never, or you never burn bridges in the NFL, because you never know when you may find your way back here. You know what I'm saying? So, all these little comments and stuff, Brandon LaFell, you probably want to check that at the door. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. You might want to dial that back a little bit. You know what I mean? What else that we have here? I think this report came out today. This is also on ESPN.com/NFL. It says, talking about Greg Hardy, and a lot of people, especially Buck fans, they couldn't wait. They were watering at the mouth, thinking about this right here. It says, defensive end Greg Hardy missed Wednesday's organized workout, undergoing what Coach Ron Rivera called maintenance on a minor leg injury. Rivera did not indicate that the injury was serious or that it would keep Hardy out of next week's minicamp. Hardy led Carolina in sacks in 2013, tying the team's single-season record with 15. He was given a franchise tag during the offseason, guaranteeing him $13.1 million in 2014. The Panthers advanced Hardy $1.3 million of his salary for participating in all offseason workouts. The time missed during his May arrest for domestic violence and for Wednesday does not impact that. Hardy was charged on May 13th with assaulting and threatening his ex-girlfriend, Nicole Holder. His next court date is on June 27th. Now, this is not news. I'm saying, he went to go have a scope done on his leg. You know what I mean? This season, contrary to what a lot of people want to believe, this season means a lot more to Greg, AKA the Kraken Hardy, than a lot of people want to actually admit. This dude is on a franchise tender right now. Basically, he's playing for a contract either here in Carolina or somewhere else out there in the league. So, him wanting to get miss out on all his money and not be able to live up to his potential to try to get a bigger contract. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm saying, I just think, Hardy will be back. It'll be like nothing even happened. Get the little scope done, call it a day, get back to work. So, Bucks fans, chill out. You know what I'm saying? It's all gravy. You know what I mean? It's all gravy. This story right here tripped me out. This one is from rentsports.com. And at first I thought it was funny, and then I was like, okay, this is pretty serious. This article was about 5 veterans who won't make the Carolina Panthers 53-man roster this season. It says this offseason has been a rough one for the Carolina Panthers. The team has already lost a considerable amount of veteran talent, and it's only a matter of time before more veteran players are jettisoned from the roster. With that said, here are 5 veteran Panthers who won't make the team's final roster. And the first one I got up on the list is offensive guard Chris Scott. And this is what they say about him. They say, not a particularly effective player. Chris Scott is almost guaranteed to be released before the season. The Panthers drafted Trey Turner, and Scott's play just doesn't warrant a roster spot. I agree. You guys can You guys can let me know how y'all feel about that. Y'all can tweet me at TeamBoydTV. You can send an email to blackandbluepodcast at TeamBoydTV.com. Let me know what's going on with that. The next one I got up on the list is defensive end Frank Alexander, and this is what they say about him. Since being taken in the 4th round of the 2012 NFL Draft, Frank Alexander has yet to make much of an impact at the NFL level. Alexander's potential is great, but without the production, he hasn't earned his spot on the team. Yeah, and then you got Hardy, you got the guy we just brought in, Ely. It's just, I don't know. It's gonna be tough for him. You know what I mean? The next guy they got, and this guy's name has been coming up a lot lately in the battlegrounds on Google Plus. Wide receiver Marvin McNutt. And this is what they say about him. The all-time leading receiver in Iowa history, Marvin McNutt has yet to make an impact at all at the NFL level. McNutt hasn't made a catch up to this point in his career, and he's not going to make a catch with the Panthers either. I don't know about that one. I think he's still got a chance, man. I know the competition is out there. There's a lot of wide receivers right now vying for positions on the Carolina Panthers roster right now. I don't know. You know what? I'm still cheering for Marvin McNutt. I am. I'm in his corner. I'm hoping that he actually makes the roster. You know what I mean? So, and so they got quarterback Matt Blanchard, which I kind of saw this one coming. After going undrafted in the 2012 NFL Draft, Matt Blanchard was signed by the Chicago Bears, where he failed to develop as a backup. The Panthers have Derek Anderson and Joe Webb on the roster, and those two should end up beating out Blanchard for the roster spot. Yeah, ain't no doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? That one I 100% agree with. You know what I mean? I 100% agree with that. The last one is tight end Mike McNeil. All right. With just 5 receptions in his career up to this point, Mike McNeil has done absolutely nothing to prove he deserves a spot on the Panthers roster. The team signed Ed Dixon this offseason, and with Dixon and Greg Olsen on the roster, there's no need for McNeil. And that I 100% agree with. And so that's pretty much all the news I got for y'all, man. And I want to say this before we, get into the main part of the show, because I actually have a really good show for y'all today. I want to give another shout out to all these guys out there, TTC guys who represent Carolina Panthers, putting in all this work. Like I said, Battle Cat, Panthers Nasty, Panthers Super Dave, Pantherholic, NFL, Panthers 07, The Voice 2525, all these guys, man. Hey, listen, and my boy, Mr. T Money 1993, y'all out there, y'all fighting the battles, man. Y'all are actually out there doing it, and y'all holding y'all's own, and no matter what these dudes throwing at you guys are sitting there, and y'all are throwing it right back. I'm proud of you guys, man. Y'all keep on doing what y'all doing, and y'all know you got your boy Big Q, cheering y'all on from the sidelines. Hey, listen. We have an absolute fantastic show for y'all today. And I know I've been talking about this for at least a week now. And you guys know about, how we, getting ready for the 2014 NFL season, and, the cast of Team Boyd TV Live will be joining me later. And I'm excited about this because these are my dudes, man. And, and I've been kind of like, I've been making these little posts and these little tweets about how, I'm getting that itch, you know what I'm saying? I want to get back with the fellas again, man, so we can, get this thing popping. We're going to give you guys a sneak peek of, for people who have not been exposed to Team Boyd TV Live yet. JB and Glass from GetWittedSports will join me on the program today, and we will chop it up Team Boyd TV live style. We're going to open up the podcast a little bit today. We're going to go a little bit beyond the Carolina Panthers, and we're going to talk about everything from, Johnny Menziel to Colin Kaepernick and his deal that may potentially change the landscape of NFL quarterbacks going forward. Hey, listen. I hope you guys enjoy the show, and this should be a good one, man. And so that's what we're going to do, and we're going to get into our first break, and then we jump into the podcast with the cast from Team Boyd TV Live. Check this out, fellas. If you're looking to build your online presence to gain a larger audience, there's only so much that social media can do for you. Although social media is a powerful way to build a following, there's nothing like having your own hosted website, and that's where Domain.com comes in. Domain.com offers the very best in web hosting services, and with plans starting at just under $4 a month, it's super affordable as well. And now, because you guys are faithful followers of Team Boyd TV's Black and Blue podcast, you can get yourself a sweet combo deal if you go to TeamBoydTV.com and click the Domain.com button. Once you click the button, you get redirected to the Domain.com promo page, where you sign up and use the promo code DOMFREE. That's DOMFREE. You get yourself a free domain. That's a free website that you can use to build your audience with. And Domain.com web hosting is packed with bonus features too. Check this out. All web hosting plans come with $100 Google AdWords bonus, $50 Yahoo/Bing search marketing credit, $50 in Facebook advertisement, and free YellowPages.com listing. And get this, a free toll-free phone number if you live in the United States. And if you're like me and you know absolutely nothing about website design, Domain.com even has the awesomely easy drag and drop site builder to get you up and running right away. So what are you waiting for? There's no excuse not to get your online presence rolling right now. Remember, go to TeamBoydTV.com, click the Domain.com button, and use the promo code DOMFREE, that's DOMFREE, to get your free domain to use for your website right now.
The Black and Blue Podcast.
Welcome back to the Black and Blue Podcast. Hey, listen, I'm sitting here with my homeboys, man. My boys from Team Boyd TV Live. I got my boy Glass in the building. Glass, say what up.
What up, people?
What's going on with you, bro? You doing all right?
I'm doing all right. Well, you know what? I tell you what. I was kind of fiending for a little bit of this Team Boyd TV Live.
You and me both.
This will be my fix until 5 weeks from now.
Absolutely. And we got Mr. Swagged Out himself. We got your boy Mr. JB in the building. What's going on, JB?
What's happening, man?
How everything working out for you, man?
Everything all right, man. Just taking it day by day.
Hey, let me ask y'all fellas this right here. Y'all been paying attention to this war that's being waged on Google Plus right now, man? Like, especially that NFC South battle. Have y'all guys been paying attention to this?
No, man. I've been taking a break for a little bit.
Oh, my goodness.
I heard it's getting kind of live around there.
Oh, it's getting real crazy on there, man. You know, you got like a lone Wolf Panther guy out there, man. Mr. T Money 1993 out there, man. The whole DBN jumped on him. But you know what? He stood there, man, and this dude been swinging by himself. And then finally, some of the Panther guys came to the rescue, and they kind of, joined into the battle and whatnot. But now the battle done got switched over to the West Coast. You got 49 Cents going out there. It's the 49er fans versus the Raiders fans. It's some really good stuff. I've been paying real close attention to it. It's been fun. You know what I mean?
Who cares about Raider fans? That's what
I know what I'm saying. Nobody cares about Raider fans. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But apparently, like 2 or 3 people do. You know what I'm saying?
I know there's somebody out there.
Right. You know what I mean? So listen, Glass, you touched on it for a second, man. We got 5 weeks, man. And y'all guys been checking out the Black and Blue podcast, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been pumping the Team Boyd TV season 2, the Team Boyd TV Live season 2 premiere hard. I'm pumping it real hard. Hey, what y'all think about that bumper I put out last week?
I like it.
Yeah, it was pretty good, right?
I loved it. Yeah. But you know what? Let me get off the tracks real quick because I talked to you earlier today, man. And you know I was gonna butcher you out real quick, right?
Oh well, look, I'm ready for it. What's happening?
Okay. Wait, hold on, JB. Hey, JB.
Yeah, I'm here.
Check it out, man. You know how me and you we battle at each other when come that game time when it's Ravens against Broncos. Mm-hmm. No, hold on.
Right.
Okay, all right. You with me? But other than that, me and you, we got each other's backs, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I just want to let you know when I was riding back from Alabama yesterday, and I was listening to was the 12th episode Q.
That's right. With me and the voice 2525.
Yeah, Panther fans. Wait, hold on. Panther fans, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got the voice and you got Q.
Mm-hmm.
And all through this conversation, I'm listening to you saying Panther fans and non-Panther fans.
Uh-huh.
So my thing is, there's more teams out there than Panthers.
Well, that's why I say.
I know this. Wait. Hold it. I just want to let you know.
Uh-huh.
I noticed you circling the wagons with you Panther fans.
Wow.
See, me and JB, we talk about other teams in the NFL. I noticed yesterday it was Panther fans and non-Panther fans.
Hey, look, y'all love doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I sat there on Google Plus about a week ago, and I said, "Oh man, I miss doing Team Boyd TV Live with my boys." But this is what it is. Y'all jump on me. Let me remind you of something, Mr. Glass. Okay. This podcast is called the Black and Blue Podcast, okay? Let's not get it twisted, okay? This is just, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now look, I know a lot of non-Panther fans listen to the Black and Blue Podcast, and they enjoy the Black and Blue Podcast, so I don't try to call them out of their name. I don't say, oh, them bum-ass Bronco fans. I say non-Panther fans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You know what? Just put me in my place. That's all I want to know. I forgot where I was. Black and Blue Podcast.
Black and Blue Podcast, right?
Team Boyd TV Live.
No.
Black and Blue Podcast.
It's Panther Country, baby.
Okay.
Yes.
Just put me where I fit in. That's all I got to say. Now I know.
That's right.
Hey, well, Glass, I did not have a re-utter. I know exactly where I'm at right now.
Okay, all right.
See, there you go. See, at least one of y'all know what time it is. At least one of y'all know what time it is.
Proceed. I digress. Proceed. Okay, now I know where I'm at. All right.
Y'all crazy, man. And you know what? This right here, this is the magic I'm talking about. When I be telling people about Team Boyd TV Live, and when we three get together and cut it up, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about this, though, because I know I've been itching. I was like waiting on Team Boyd TV Live to come around so we can talk about some of these stories, man. And, you know, this one is a little old since the draft kind of done died down a little bit. You know, I got to ask you guys about it because we ain't really talk about it that much. Let's start with you, JB.
All right.
We talking about your boy, Mr. Johnny Football, Johnny Menziel, and the whole Cleveland Browns situation, the way they approaching him all delicately, trying to quote unquote shut him down or shut the circus down. How you feel about that, bro?
I mean, you get what you pay for. You know, he was that kind of guy in college. He was that kind of guy all season in college. So, you know, he exactly what he is.
Okay.
And, he's going to bring all that attention and all that scrutiny to the team, win or lose. So, right. I mean, right. That's what you drafted. I'm pretty sure they knew that.
But do you believe the hype? Do you believe what Cleveland is saying how, you know, it was one report came out about like sometime last month saying how Brandon Hoyer was considerably better than Johnny Menziel and you know, and the practices of mini camps and stuff like that. And it looked like there's not a chance in the world that they're going to play Johnny Menziel this season.
Well, you know, I believe that. I knew, you know, he just didn't, I don't know, man. Watching him in college, you know, if it went for that Davis receiver, I don't know. He made a couple of good scratch up or make up plays, you know, in college, but I don't see that translating to the NFL. I mean, considering the division he'll be playing in,
right.
and that's 8 games out of a 16 game season. You got to face, you know, NFC North opponents. And I'm a bona fide Raven, so I can tell you right now, we will not be entertaining the Johnny Menziel. You know, we will not be doing that. The Steelers, I'm pretty sure, will be giving that, you know, and I mean, that's just that. I'm pretty sure the Bengals won't. They ain't having none of that either. So.
I was going to ask you, because look, y'all see him twice, right? Yeah. So what's going to happen when Menziel Mania rolls up into M&T Bank Stadium, though?
hey, hopefully we shutting that down. Hopefully we'll be showcasing our own rookies, and that headline will not be Johnny Menziel.
Right. Now, Glass, let me ask you real quick though, because JB was like, you know, he's saying that, you know, he kind of believed what the smoke and mirrors that, you know, what's the family name? Haslam? Is that the name?
Yeah.
Is that the family name? Yeah. So. I believe that is. Yeah, he you know, JB says that he believes the hype. He said that they're gonna shut him down and they're gonna, you know, make him earn his stripes up there. But they traded up to get him. Remember this, right? They traded up to get him. So do you trade up to get somebody that you're gonna let ride the bench? I don't know. How you feel about it?
Okay, this come on now. Y'all know how this gonna go. They don't want the Tebow mania to transfer to Cleveland. Right. So what they trying to do now is die the hype down right now before it gets full blown and they can't control it. Mm-hmm. They don't want what happened out in New York to happen in Cleveland. So they trying to buffer as much as they can, break it down, make him a little bit more humble. I don't know if you can make Menziel humble, but they're gonna try to humble him a little bit more before the season starts, before training camp starts and all that. Mm-hmm. So when the season starts, there ain't gonna be that much hype. Right. They're gonna try to give him a little buffer to make some mistakes when the season starts, as if he even starts. You know, they're trying to say Hoyer gonna start. Right. But we'll see how it goes. But that's all it is. Mm-hmm. Now, do I believe? Now, I guess the question is he gonna play this year?
Right.
I don't. Of course, we all talked about this before. We don't want him to start his first year in. But if Hoyer don't step up his game, you know the crowd they're gonna have all that pressure to have Menziel come in and Menziel gonna play. I say if you're gonna bring him in, don't bring him in till 4 games in, 4 or 5 games in.
I don't know. Yeah. I just really feel like this is all smoke and mirrors. I feel like it's all a ruse, it's all a hoax. They want us to believe that they gonna, you know, put the strong arm on Johnny Menziel. You know, they gonna unleash this dude. And the thing is, and this is what I wanted to get from you guys. I feel like he's exciting. I think, you know, as a college player, I think, you know, I would pay to see Johnny Menziel, you know, play some college ACC style football or whatever the case may be. I just feel like in the division, man, JB mentioned on it with the Steelers and the Ravens and the Bengals, man, they gonna crush this dude, man. I mean, I don't know. How y'all feel?
To me, though, it's just all that talent that these guys seem to have, from college to the NFL ranks. Everybody's good, not just a few teams or a few out of conference teams. I know he played in the SEC, but a few out of conference teams that the A&M team was far more superior than he had all those magical games.
Absolutely.
I just don't see that translating over to the NFL. There's a whole lot of them that came out of college that was great.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could throw. I would go as far as to throw Teddy Bridgewater in this whole thing. You know, you just never know, man. You never know.
Right.
It is really, really high hit or miss.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. For whatever reason, though, I feel like we're gonna see him sooner than week 4 or 5. I don't know if I'm really. I don't know if I feel confident enough to say we're gonna see him week 1. I do feel like we're gonna see him week 1, but I don't know if I'm confident enough to put money on it. You know what I'm saying? But
I wouldn't put him in week 1. But I've told you last season, all the Browns need was a quarterback. They had the wide receivers, they had the defense. They're just missing that quarterback.
Right.
Now, I believe this is the quarterback that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
I believe so too.
We'll see how it ends up. But I think I can see big things for the Browns now. Now, I can't remember the wide receiver that messed up.
What was the guy's name? Gordon.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Now, he put a monkey wrench in their plan
where
he's smoking all this weed and whatnot. But, I mean, it is what it is. They still got enough wide receivers in the back.
They took a little bit of a ding on the defensive side of the ball, too. Didn't Hayden, ain't he facing some stuff right now?
I believe he's back now.
Oh, okay.
I believe he's back. Unless something jumped off from last year and I didn't know about. I know he had problems at the end last year where he got suspended, but he's supposed to be back now if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, now I wasn't really sure. I just know that Hayden and Gordon's name kept coming up, and I was like, wow, this supposed to be Johnny Menziel's big super arrival to the NFL to showcase his skills, and and he ain't got nothing to work with. I don't know, but you can hear the Black and Blue podcast on Stitcher. Stitcher is radio on demand. Download the free app today. Listen anytime, anywhere. Stitcher is an award-winning free app that lets you listen to all your favorite shows, plus discover from 20,000 news, entertainment, and sports shows. You can create custom playlists of over 20,000 shows to discover. Rate and review the Black and Blue podcast on Stitcher, available on iOS, Android, Nook, and iPad. And over 4 million car dashboards, on demand and on the go. No downloading, no syncing, no wasted memory. Stream your favorite podcast. Don't have Stitcher? Download it free today at Stitcher.com or in the App Store.
The boys are back. The dopest live NFL show on YouTube returns for season 2 of Team Boyd TV Live, featuring an all-star cast from Team Boyd TV, starring JB, Glass from GetWittedSports, and your host, Big Q, bringing you their flavor of that real barbershop-style NFL talk with a little comedy flair. It's Team Boyd TV Live, premiering live Wednesday, July 9th at 7:30 p.m. See youtube.com/TeamBoydTV Turbo or www.TeamBoydTV.com for details.
And now, back to our program,
the Black and Blue podcast.
We're gonna switch gears for a minute, and since we're talking about new guys, let's talk about the rookie quarterback class. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about them for a minute since we're talking about Johnny Menziel. Which one do you think is like, and JB, I'll go to you first, is ready to go right now? You feel like it's going to be ready to go week 1, ready to adapt to a pro style system, and be ready to go?
I like Mettenberger and I think it's the one out of Central Florida. I forget his name. Is it
Savage? No, it ain't Savage. Because Savage went in. I don't know. Because you got, I know they were. But Mettenberger, is Mettenberger in Tennessee?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that they're gonna be that guy from Central Florida, and Mettenberger will be the hidden gems of the quarterback class, the draft. Just like, a whole lot of other ones was. I just stick with the division that I watched the most. Like Roethlisberger didn't go, wasn't a really good top choice, but he ended up being a proven Super Bowl winning quarterback. Joe was another one of those guys that nobody was talking about. Right. And he had been a Super Bowl MVP. So, I mean, you know, the ones with the big names, to me, the ones with the big names usually don't do so well. Yeah,
we fizzle out really quick. What you think, Glass?
I'm gonna have to go. I'm comparing quarterbacks to the team they on.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna actually, y'all gonna trip on this. Menziel. I think he got the opportunity. Right. You know, not knocking the other quarterbacks, but you know, if you match the quarterbacks to the team.
Right.
Who's that at Jacksonville?
Gosh, forget who they got.
Bortles.
Yeah, that's what it was. Bortles. Yeah, the first quarterback off the board. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a year to fit into that system, because you know Jacksonville, they got a whole lot of it's a project in the works.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give him a year on that, and that's with the other quarterbacks I'm talking about with Bridgewater and the rest of them. But Menziel, I believe he got the spunk, the swag to fit in. Right there, and do we got to do? As long as he don't leave the pocket.
Right.
I know once he leave the pocket, it's over with. But if he becomes a true pocket passer, you got a better chance.
I don't know. I don't say. I'm really thinking that Minnesota going to be. They have the immediate turnaround. Even though I said on the podcast last week, I think that Tampa Bay made a mistake by sending Josh Freeman away early. But then I saw what he did in Minnesota, and so we got Bridgewater coming in, and I don't know. I just think that he gonna have probably the biggest impact. You know what? I think Menziel will have a certain type of impact. For whatever reason, man, when I think of Menziel, I think of him just going rogue out there in the middle of the game and just like, I don't know what that movie was called with Jamie Foxx, but throwing the playbook out the window and just doing his own thing. Oh yeah, I feel like he that type of dude. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. But now we're going to talk about the big deal, because I know this is the big one. You know what I'm saying? This is the big one. And at first, now Glass, JB, y'all know me. You know me. Y'all know me. When I saw the news of Colin Kaepernick signed $126 million 6-year extension, I went ballistic. You know what I'm saying? I lost my mind. You know what I mean? And then of course, I was saying all kind of stuff. Oh, why is they paying this dude so much money? He is overpaid. He ain't did nothing. Blah blah blah. The whole spiel that people who don't really like Colin Kaepernick would normally say, right? You feel what I'm saying? But now I had a few days to kind of soak it in and really look at the fine print and I feel a certain kind of way about it. But let me let you guys expand on it for a little bit. JB, when you look at Colin Kaepernick's deal, what comes to your mind? And for whatever reason, a lot of people thinking that this deal is going to change the landscape of how future NFL quarterbacks going to get paid. And even other big name, like big skill position players, like a lot of these wide receivers and stuff, everybody thinking about redoing a whole way of thinking on how to do these deals. Let me know how you feel about it.
I think Kaepernick's deal is honest. It's a big number for somebody who just looking at it and not really going into detail about what the contract entails, because it's out there. It's pretty much public knowledge. Mm-hmm. I think it's honest for the fact that he has to work to get most of the incentives out of it. And it's got a few performance escalators in it. And compared to like Drew Brees' contract, Joe's, Manning's, it didn't even guarantee a whole lot of money up front. Right. It's only guaranteed about $13 million up front. The rest, pretty much you're going to have to earn it. Right. And I think, for him to ink that deal, I think he's okay with putting in some work and earning the rest of that money. I think it's great. I think the way it got structured, I think it's wonderful for a young guy like him.
Okay. I'm glad. How you feel about this?
Well, as soon as I heard Kaepernick made this deal, first person I thought it was you. I know you was steaming and hating on all this. But just like JB said, the guarantee money fits to what the San Francisco 49ers is trying to do. They're trying to make money spread out so they can sign other people, other than, just like I said, with Flacco and what's the Cowboys quarterback? Romo and all them. It's kind of like, specifically Joe Flacco. Right. When he signed his contract, they couldn't sign nobody else. Everybody else had to let them go to other teams. And that hurt. I believe that hurt the Ravens. Right. So I think San Francisco seen what was going on, and probably, you got to think of it like this. was Kaepernick going to see this money if they didn't make this extension? He's still on that rookie pay. Pay.
A lot less.
But like a
whole
couple
lot.
of 100,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is up for Kaepernick individually, and this is up for the 49ers as a whole, where they can sign other players and still build a monster over there.
Yeah, this is my thing about it, though. It ain't got nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. It had more to do with the San Francisco 49ers than anything else. Because when I look at the deal, it looked like they're protecting themselves. Now, granted, Colin, they ain't paying Colin no chump change now. Okay, he getting paid some real money. I'm saying, but it looked like it's more to protect them than it is, for a good deal for him. Now, my boys last night did their live stream, and they were talking about the exact same thing. And one of the guys on there, my boys, Carolina Cat Chronicles, and one of the guys was made a good point. Is when you look at people like Russell Wilson, when you look at people like Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, who else can I think of? I think those are the main three, right? Isn't them the main three? Newton, Dalton, and Wilson, right?
Right.
So when you look at these guys, and they look and saw how Matt Ryan just got paid, and then Aaron Rodgers got a deal, and then you had Joe Flacco, and then Tony Romo, and then Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. So you look at the deals that were made in the past, and the question was, why did Colin Kaepernick look at this deal and think it was good for him? Because they have the option to evaluate him on a year-by-year basis, and he got an opportunity to not see a whole lot of that money, man. You know what I mean?
No, explain that. What you mean by that?
Okay, so let's say 2014, he got a $12 million signing bonus, plus I think it's somewhere around 13 some odd guaranteed for 2014, somewhere around in there. Right. The numbers are something like that. But next year, let's say he tears ACL or something. I don't want that to happen, but let's just say he stank the joint up. Let's do it that way. Let's say
let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this, because I'm reading it as we speak, or as you speak, rather.
Yeah.
It's got about $50 million in injury guarantees. Right. So I mean, I think it just was a very, very smart deal. I think it's all to protect him, and it's all based on how well he played in a year.
So I don't know, man.
It's a very smart contract to me.
Oh no! I think it's beautiful. I just feel sorry for guys like a Cam Newton who done been through all this nonsense in his first 4 seasons. He didn't have it easy like a Colin Kaepernick who had this awesome team built around him. Cam Newton has been struggling. I look at people like Russell Wilson, who kind of didn't have it as bad as Cam, but the dude just won a Super Bowl. And right now, I think the backup quarterback who Lovie Smith brought in at Tampa is actually signed to a deal worth more than what Russell Wilson is making right now. So what I'm saying is, when it comes time to negotiate for Wilson, for Dalton, for Cam, are they going to be happy with the same? Because I mean, Colin Kaepernick looking at it like it's a win-win, but I don't know if these guys are going to feel the same way. As a matter of fact, there was an article came out yesterday about how Cam Newton said he did not want a deal like that. You know what I mean? Now that's the question I got for you guys, because you guys are non-Panther fans, right? Y'all non-Panther fans. So when you see this, when you see what Cam is saying, hey, I don't want a deal like that. I want a regular old deal with X amount of dollars. I want I don't want none of this nonsense. Is Cam thinking about Cam, or is Cam thinking about the Panthers? Like, I wonder how y'all feel about it, because y'all are not on the inside like Cam.
Wait. Let me. I'm gonna ask you a question in a second. Let me just explain something to you real quick. Number one, I don't think anybody worth over $100 million.
There you go.
Number one.
There you go.
Number two, I'm getting tired of people saying it's the market.
Who
makes the market?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? Just because one person just foolishly throw out $100 million to a quarterback, and we all know they ain't gonna see $100 million. Such a simple fact. They put $100 million to a quarterback. Don't mean you fall in line to do the same thing.
Right.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now, since we talking about Newton, Dalton, and Wilson. Dalton, he better not jump out there and ask for no money. He better not look for no $100 million contract. If they give him $100 million, that's fine. That's on them.
You don't think Dalton is worth that?
No. He didn't put in the work. Kaepernick, he made it, if I'm not mistaken, 2 NFC championships. Okay,
let's not do that. Let's not do Glass. Don't try to. You trying to incite me? You trying to incite me? That's what you're trying to do.
Q, I'm gonna drive down that street and park my car. We gonna go there. All right. He made it 2 championship. He made it 2 NFC championships. Right. So what the San Francisco 49ers are doing, instead of holding out, giving this man more leverage to make more money, let's cut it right here. Set the stage. get this man, lock him up.
Okay, now, I agree with that.
Are they thinking about what Cam Newton going to do? No. Are they worried about what Seattle going to do with Wilson? No.
Right.
They locking up their player and set their mark.
Okay.
Now, Newton, he should get his money when it comes. Don't get me wrong. Now, that's a whole other story we could go down. When Cam Newton stayed with the Panthers.
Right.
That's another.
No, I want to go there because this is what Panther fans are talking about. They saying, because I said this in the Black and Blue podcast before. I said it was earlier when I first started. I think it was like episode 5 or 6. I was saying that if this deal ain't done by the conclusion of the 2014 season, Cam is going to go to the next highest bidder. If Carolina come to him with this nonsense, well, like they're paying with Colin Kaepernick, I'm telling you, Cam is going to bounce. And you're trying to tell me that somebody like who is it down there in Florida? Them guys down in Florida. You don't think Jacksonville or somebody like St. Louis, who trying everything in their power to get Sam Bradford off their books, wouldn't jump and give Cam Newton that kind of money? JB.
That'd be dumb. I mean, anybody would take Cam over what they got. A lot of teams ain't got a bona fide quarterback, so they would definitely jump at the chance. But to speak to your question, I'm just gonna give you Matt Ryan's deal as I look at it. All right, Matt Ryan signed a $103.75 million extension in 2013, which guaranteed him $42 million. $42 million upon signing, and an annual payout of $20.75 million. All right,
that's a pretty big cap hit.
And he got $42 million guaranteed. Okay, so I say that to say this. Just looking within the division, and you can compare quarterbacks within a division because there's obviously the teams you have to play twice,
right?
And you making a vow to beat. You have to give your quarterback somewhere around that much.
Yeah.
Do I think Cam deserves over $103 million? I definitely think so. For the direction of the Carolina Panthers, I think he definitely deserves somewhere in the neighborhood at least $100 million or a few million more. So,
okay, I hear you, JB, and I agree with you. But we know the history of the Panthers owner.
Yes, we do. Not? Yes, we do. He's kind of tight with the pockets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you think I think he would call Cam's bluff. And might let this fool check out the market.
Yes. Look, I agree with you 100%. I said the exact same thing. Panther fans thought I was crazy, right? I mean, we talk about Cam Newton, man. Now back to Dalton though, and you said that you wouldn't pay Dalton. You wouldn't feel comfortable giving Andy Dalton $100 million. But check this out though. Look at Cam Newton and look at Andy Dalton. Came out in the same year. Andy Dalton has been to the playoffs every single year since just like your boy Joe Flacco, JB. And just like Matt Ryan, right, who already got a deal, right? So how come Matt Ryan can get a deal, but Andy Dalton can't? See what I'm saying? That's the part I'm having problems with.
Ryan had the stipulation of getting to the playoffs that year when he. But I mean, he earned his money that year. He didn't earn it last year, obviously, because of the type of season that they had.
Right.
And Joe, he had to go on and win the Super Bowl and have to have this special playoff run to get his money, which killed all the doubt that he may not. I didn't expect that number, but he got that.
Right.
And but as far as Cam Newton goes, as far as what he means to the team, I think that he should. If he didn't, it'll be a shame if he didn't get paid.
It would be a shame. I think it would immediately vilify him. But at the same time, I'm thinking about if I'm Cam, though. I'm thinking about if I'm Cam, and I know what's going on right now. They don't exercise a 5th-year option, talking about we need a little bit of time to get your deal together. You know what I'm saying? But it come to the end of the season, man, I'm telling you, if this man don't get his money, I'm telling you, St. Louis, Jacksonville, Oakland, these guys got money. I'm telling you, they got it. Like Carolina ain't got no money.
But for what it looked like, it's been to me it looked like what happened with the player exodus in the offseason and with the guys that they brought in on other 1- and 2-year deals. They've been making cap space, money space for Cam since the end of the season. So I mean, it makes sense to me.
Look,
it should be pretty good deal.
I feel like a deal will get done. I feel like Cam will stay. But the question though, Glass, is this deal that they present to, especially since everybody's salivating right now over this Colin Kaepernick deal. All these agents and GMs, they looking at this deal and they think, you know what? that's the way to do it. And don't get me wrong. I think the way it's structured is a beautiful thing. I just don't think it fits Carolina, though. I don't think it fits our situation. That's what I'm saying.
But it's going to have to fit your situation. If that's going to be, just like we just got through saying, if that's the market, if that's what's going to make it easier for the Carolina Panthers to get other prime players to surround Cam Newton, Cam Newton going to have to adjust to it.
So you trying to tell me? So you trying to tell me you Dave Gettleman, right? And you know that your boy is getting ready to come up on a contract, and you decide you're going to try to give him some team-friendly deal, and Cam is like, well, you know what? I see what y'all trying to do, and it looks cool, and I know they did it in San Francisco, and it's working beautifully for them because they already got players in place. But Jacksonville is offering me this. You know what I'm saying? And then what do? And then you got to start over again. You made all this room to bring other players in.
You just answered your own question. Let's look at the horizon. Look at what Jacksonville doing over there. Right. Are they making it to any playoffs anytime soon?
They so far from it.
No, you even got a weed head over there that can't even play.
That's right.
You can't rely on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Cam Newton got to sit back and look at his options and see where he could fit the dynamics of the team as a whole, and how he could better himself as an individual.
I don't know.
That's how I see it.
That's going to be a tough one.
Now you guys got to...
Go ahead, Glass. My bad.
No, go ahead, JB.
I just want to pose this question to this, Mr. Carolina Panther, Big Q here.
Wow.
Now, who's the highest paid player on the Carolina Panthers roster right now?
Charles Johnson.
Okay, and what's his number as a whole?
It's like a 77 million, somewhere around in there.
77 million.
60, 70, somewhere around in there, yeah.
Okay, now you look at that opposed to what these other quarterbacks getting, and the players that's missing. I think Smitty was eating up a lot of cap space. Well, everybody who's there besides Charles Johnson has got under a $35 or $40 million contract.
They do.
Okay, and they didn't pay Greg Hardy. They hit him with the franchise. It's there. My point is that the money is there. This is going to happen.
I hope so. I hope so, because and then I guess they wait until 2015 because the cap goes up by $10 million next season anyway. But the same, when you brought up a good point, you still got to pay Greg Hardy too. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. This is as a Panthers fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm nervous, you know what I'm saying? Because we could potentially lose both of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
What I think is going to happen, Q, is that they're going to give him a whole lot of money, but not a lot guaranteed over more than a 6 or 7 year deal. It's going to probably going to go about, I say 7 or 8.
Right.
But with not a lot up front, with a lot of performance escalate, it's going to probably be somewhere. It's going to look real similar to Colin Kaepernick's deal, just to save cap space.
Right. But
okay, let me ask you a question. You said Charles Johnson was the highest paid player, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Isn't it Greg Hardy? Didn't Greg Hardy get franchise tag?
He did, but that's Greg Hardy was probably gonna make the most money 2014. But overall, I think that's what JB said. Overall, overall, I think it's Charles Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2014, yes, Greg Hardy is the money man. He is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like this deal that Colin Kaepernick signed is definitely done changed the way a lot of this stuff is going to happen. And let's talk about. We talked about Cam. We talked about Andy. Let's talk about Russell Wilson. Let's talk about him. If we're going to be talking about giving people money based on performance evaluations or whatnot, we got to talk about Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about it. Glass.
Glass.
Listen, I like Russell Wilson. Don't get me wrong. But he's not a playmaker.
Right.
He's not a game changer. Mm-hmm. He know how to manage the game very, very well.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But did he do anything spectacular when they was putting that ass whooping on my Broncos in the Super Bowl?
No, he didn't do that. And I think the defense was not defense.
Exactly.
Yeah, the defense was pretty dismal. Not the defense, the offense. Yeah, Russell Wilson and his boys. They were down in the 20s, like kind of where we were. I think weren't they down in the 20s or in the 15, somewhere around there? Yeah, right. But the thing is, Russell Wilson was the quarterback, and you know how it goes. You know how the whole thing go. When the team wins, it's all about the quarterback, and when the team lose, it's all about the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me honestly ask you: you think he's worth $100 million?
I don't think he's worth $100 million. I just feel like he got a legitimate argument. That's what I'm saying.
Shit, what's the legitimate argument?
He gonna look at Joe Flacco. That's exactly what he's gonna do. He gonna bring Joe Flacco's name up. Yes, he is.
I hear you. I got you.
Wait. Now, what is this? Russell Wilson, my bad.
Third.
Is this his?
He's going into his third season.
Okay, now first of all, I think Russell Wilson's in a unique situation because he possesses a Super Bowl trophy. He possesses a AFC or NFC Championship trophy as well. So I think that his leverage is there. I don't know what his numbers will be based. And I mean, how dare y'all base his his quarterback play over a stretch of a playoff or a Super Bowl? You have to look at the entire season as a whole. Granted, he wasn't the number one reason why they went. But so is not a lot of other these quarterbacks.
Wait a minute, JB. Let's look
I can't believe I'm hearing this from JB.
You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Let me get it. Let me get it.
I'm just keeping it real.
Well, keep it real about this. Okay, let's look at the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl year. Okay, let's look at their Super Bowl year during the regular season. How off the chain was they playing? Not at all, right? They didn't turn on until the playoff time. And you're going to sit there and say, oh, well, Russell Wilson didn't really do much in the detrimental, success of that team winning the Super Bowl. Really? Come on, man. What are you trying to say?
Hey, the games are won and lost primarily due to the quarterback position.
Okay.
It don't matter how he don't have to pass stats. The only stat that matter as quarterback in the NFL is how many times you really turned it over,
right,
and how many times those turnovers lost you games. So he didn't have a big glaring interception rate.
No,
he didn't,
because he didn't really throw the ball that much. But yeah,
Either way, it's a lot of other running teams, that's got a quarterback and they're a running team and they still lose when that's quarterback has a chance to throw the ball or have it in his hand at the end.
Right.
Matt Schaub, for instance, every time he had the ball, Romo, for instance, if he got the ball trying to make a pass at the end of the game, or if that situation where he's passing the ball could make or break the game, they usually fail. Wilson never done that.
Right. So let me ask you this straight up then. If you take Baltimore's Super Bowl season and you put it up against Seattle's Super Bowl season, and we basically going to do a deal for one of these guys, right? Who gets that money? Does Joe Flacco get it, or does Russell Wilson get it? Now I understand Joe Flacco got a little bit of body of work type situation going on, which Russell Wilson does not have.
That's the resume I'm looking at.
Okay.
I don't know how you judge it.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. What you think, Glass?
Oh, definitely. Oh, you asked me between Flacco and Wilson?
Yeah.
Man, Flacco all day.
Okay.
No questions.
I agree with that to a certain extent. I'm just looking at the landscape right now because ain't nobody going to get no Joe Flacco money. Ain't nobody going to get no Tony Romo money. That ain't going to happen. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for Russell Wilson to be done just won a Super Bowl and to be the lowest paid quarterback in the league is just atrocious in my opinion.
I'm not saying Wilson shouldn't get paid. Don't get me wrong. I think he's getting raped actually for what he has done for that team. But then again, I ain't talking about giving him the bank to satisfy the need. No, I'm not saying that. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all real quick. If Wilson don't get the money that he think he's supposed to get and wants to leave, if I was Seattle, I'll tell him to go kick rocks.
Oh my God! Seriously?
I'll tell them go kick rocks. I can fit somebody up in there to fit in that system.
Is this a little sting from the Super Bowl hangover?
No, man.
What is this?
Myself. I mean, those words were. I mean, this is a podcast, but Glass, I can see you. I can see you, man.
I'm telling you, there's some vitriol coming out of that thing. Boy, I'm telling you, he was like kick rocks.
But realistically, I think he should at least come close to Romo's contract because that guy has done nothing.
Yeah.
He has done nothing to deserve that money. I mean, body of work, look, we could do a 5-season resume on Romo. They ain't even come close to what Wilson has accomplished.
And
I think he should at least get Romo money because that guy don't deserve what he got.
And you know what? I am so glad you made that statement because that brings me back to Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? That brings me back to Colin Kaepernick. Now, Colin Kaepernick, NFC Championship game, lost last year. Then he had the NFC Championship game that he won, and then they went to the Super Bowl and they lost. He only played 23 games so far. Russell Wilson then played 48, somewhere like that. If you want to not count playoff games and stuff, right? Then played in the NFC Championship games, 2 of them himself, or was it just 1? No, 2. He's been playing 2 of them himself. So how come Colin Kaepernick can get all this money and you talking about Russell Wilson ain't done nothing? What has Colin Kaepernick done? And I'm dead serious.
Here we go.
on that team, he has put two. Okay, I don't know what his stats was, but I'm sure he threw way over subpar. I think that he performed in back-to-back seasons with success. He deserved it versus a Romo. Russell Wilson too. I think he deserves to get paid versus a Romo.
Right. Okay. Well, I thought maybe you were saying, like Glass was saying how he would tell Wilson to kick rocks. I'm just saying if you look at Russell Wilson's performance and Colin Kaepernick's performance in the same time span, Russell Wilson done did more. That's all I'm saying. And
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Not the same time span. No, I can't agree.
You crazy. You crazy. I'm going to tell you why. 23 starts.
When Kaepernick came into the game, when he replaced Alex Smith,
23 starts.
They did not lose a beat.
23 starts. 23 starts. 23.
Actually, they got better, Glass. They were better. They were a better team.
Exactly.
23 starts and lost the Super Bowl. And then lost the NFC Championship game in 2013. 23. Let me say that one more time slowly. 23 starts, lost the Super Bowl, and lost the NFC Championship game last year.
Kill. Guess what? You don't count your reps. You make your reps count. That's why you got paid.
I can't really argue with that. I can't really argue with that. I don't know. I just don't feel.
Let me even dummy it down a little bit more.
Okay.
Who's the most valuable player for their team? Russell Wilson, Colin Kaepernick.
Nope.
I think you can replace both of those guys and both of those teams will still be successful.
That's not what it see.
You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Who is the most valuable player for their team? Russell Wilson? Who's more valuable to their team? Let me put it like that. Who's more valuable to their team?
I think Russell Wilson is more. I think Wilson is more valuable to the Seahawks than Kaepernick is to the.
You talk about me hurting.
No, I'm dead serious.
You straight hate.
No, I'm dead serious.
That's right.
Look,
that's right. And guess what? Q. Yeah. That's why Sherman and Earl Thomas got paid first because they more valuable to the Seahawks than Russell Wilson.
Okay, well you know what? You put me in my spot. That you absolutely correct. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. I don't know. I
want to throw another fact out there.
Okay.
I'm not saying for people who listening to this and think that I'm a Romo hater or what have you. I'm not saying that Russell and Kaepernick are better than Romo. They just in a better situation than Tony Romo. Now the success or the unsuccessful seasons that the Cowboys had, it ain't totally on Romo. But the times that Romo had a chance to prove himself for that money that he got, I don't think he deserved. That's just where I was going with that.
Oh, okay. And that's cool. That's cool. I don't know. At the same time, I just look at body of work. Since we, and it's funny because, 1 minute we're talking about body of work when it comes to Joe Flacco, right? When we're talking about a hometown Ravens guy, Joe Flacco getting his money, it's about body of work. But when we're talking about Russell Wilson, done won a Super Bowl and won his NFC Championship game, may I add you, and had 48 full starts versus 23 from Colin Kaepernick, I'm just throwing it out there, the body of work means nothing.
No, you're showing your head again.
I'm just saying what you guys say.
Joe Flacco didn't put you like this. There's a lot of facets to paying a quarterback in my book.
Okay.
Does he have a clutch gene?
Yeah.
Is he going to show up when he's supposed to show up?
Yes, he will.
Is he a valuable player to the team? You know what I'm saying? Do they fit my system? Now, with Tony Romo,
right.
They were stuck on stupid when they paid that man that much money. Right. Not saying that Tony, and I know on my show, I ain't gonna say I hate Tony Romo. I just don't like what he's doing for the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And not saying I even like the Cowboys, but let me just go on and finish what I'm saying. I believe that in a clutch I need you in a clutch situation.
Oh, yeah, no,
Tony
definitely
Romo,
not Tony Romo.
He got the numbers, he got the stats, but when it comes time to making that pass, he can't do it.
Absolutely. And now you're right. In a situation where the game is on the line and I can either choose Tony Romo or Colin Kaepernick, I'm rolling with Kaepernick all day. I'm rolling with Kaepernick all day. I'm just saying.
I'm rolling with Wilson.
I'm rolling with Cam Newton.
Go with Romo.
Right. I'm rolling with Andy Dalton. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with Andy Dalton.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
You can't roll with Andy Dalton, man.
Both of them, they in the same boat. Romo and Dalton.
Yeah,
they choke at the end.
Yeah, Dalton do choke some games away, though. I mean, I like that dude, though. You know what I'm saying?
Some games?
Right. No, I know JB ain't going to say nothing good about Andy Dalton. I'm just saying. That ain't gonna
why wouldn't I?
Because that's your boy. That's your divisional rival.
Well, he was good his first season, but I think everything else is I mean, look, man, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. These guys, this is their job.
Right.
So, you might surprise people. If you're not really that good, and there's no, I mean, we can go, and I hate to do this, but I would say, the surprise to the league with RG3, it was a surprise. And all of a sudden, the sophomore year is like, nope, we've seen this.
Right.
So, I mean, I think, it's a lot of quarterbacks, the ones that don't end up great, they got that one boom, and that's what worried me about Menziel, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know for a fact that this Colin Kaepernick deal is the wave of the future. I know that, and I know that it's gonna come down to Cam Newton and what he feel. Because somebody said it on I think it was Mike and Mike in the morning or something like that. But if you Cam, look, and y'all guys know what happened in Carolina this offseason. I ain't got to go into detail about it. Everybody know about it. It's common knowledge. You trying to tell me you're going to go into the next, so you Cam Newton and you see the stuff that they're giving you and you see what they're doing to your team. I'm just saying, if you Cam, that's going to be a tough one. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a tough pill to swallow right there. You know what I mean? What y'all think?
I don't know, man. If now, not to jump off track, we got to see what Carolina going to do this year.
Right. Yeah.
I told you about that last year. Let's see if they can go back and see if this is a flash in the pan or are they legit on being a playoff contender.
Right.
Once we see that, and I guess, like I said, Cam Newton got to step back and see how the market looks, see what teams are available and what they could do for him later on for seasons to come. Then we'll see from there. But I'm still up in the air with Cam staying in Carolina. Yeah. That's just me.
Carolina is not losing Cam Newton. That is the only and lasting marketable player that you have in that franchise.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the bills for that stadium.
Yes,
you don't get rid of no Cam Newton, man. It'll be probably the craziest move ever made besides LeBron making a decision in Cleveland.
Right.
Man.
People gonna be like the people, the higher ups in the organization gonna be selling their houses and stuff just so they can pay Cam's salary. They'll be selling their cars and stuff.
Once again, we know how this owner is. Yeah. Don't be shocked.
I know it's kind of nervous. Now let's switch to this before we get out of here, man. I know you guys. I know Glass. You kind of took a couple shots at me last season. I know how y'all feel about the Carolina Panthers and everything, but based on everything that's been swirling around all off season, now a lot of dudes all over the place, they are dooming Carolina right from the start. And I can't do that because I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. I feel my way, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I want to know how you guys feel based on everything that happened. I'm gonna start with you, Glass, because I want to talk to JB personally about one guy that they ended up acquiring because of the nonsense that's been going on in Carolina.
Before you move on, I was going. We'll speak about that. I had something I want to add to that.
Yeah.
Especially.
That's why I want to go to Glass first.
Okay.
So what are you asking me?
So I'm just saying, what do you think based on all the stuff that done happened this off season in Carolina? What do you think the outcome is going to be? How do you think they're going to respond to this?
I believe that even though you lost Smith, don't get me wrong, I like Steve Smith too, but you got other wide receivers over there that they could work with. The defense is legit. I don't know about the running game is suspect, but compared to what y'all dealing with in your division, all you got to worry about is the Saints.
Yeah,
other than that, y'all can do this. Y'all can do. I mean, I can see them finishing
10-6 games. Yeah, 10 games. I kind of feel the same way.
I give them 10 games. So it's as long as everybody stay healthy and everybody on the same page, I can see them go 10 games.
So before I move to JB real quick, let me ask you this, because I thought that was a pretty positive, report that you just gave right there. I don't understand how you, as a Denver Broncos fan, and you outside of the division, and you so far away from Carolina, how come you can spit something that people can actually listen to and it makes sense, but everybody else is saying that Carolina is destined for 2-14 this season?
2-14. I can't give them that.
That's what I'm hearing.
I can't give them that. No, man. I believe, like I said, you put me out there as a Panther hater for some reason. I don't know why. I always told you I don't hate them
because it's funny.
But I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Last year, I don't think you're going to accomplish what you did last year. What was the record last year?
12-4.
12-4. Mm-hmm. But what's ain't nothing wrong with 10-6.
Ain't that wrong with 10-6? Actually, I think they can still retain their division title with 10-6. I really do.
I totally agree. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. JB. Now it's a special situation with you because and I had a little run in with some of your boys, but that's what under the bridge. We done took care of that. The whole Steve Smith thing. Now you know how it affected. Carolina, because you live in Carolina, so you know what it's been like. As a Ravens fan, though, and I couldn't wait to get you on the podcast so you could, I could have you tell my listeners about this. Break this one down for me.
Well, number one, I understand how it is to see a legendary player from your team in another jersey.
Right.
I get that, and I think for me as a real football fan and an avid Raven. For us to acquire Steve Smith was kind of like a good and bad thing. It's bad for another fan base, but it's good for us because we was in desperate need of a playmaker like that. But at the same time, I understand what the Panther fan base was going through, saying, we had watched Ed Reed playing another jersey,
right.
2 other jerseys actually, and so it's like you wish him success, but at the same time you don't want to lose the identity of your team.
Right.
As far as to answer your question about what kind of repeat success the Carolina Panthers will have, to answer it honestly, man, defense is always that's what win it.
Yeah.
And to me, the defense got marginally better, especially on the back end. So I think, this 2-14 crap, that's BS because with the defense, they'll win you 4 or 5 alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And not to mention, shot at Glass, that we got the NFC North. You know what I mean? Oh, we shot at you. We got the AFC North too.
Hold on, Q. If you'll give me the floor again, if you will.
No.
I just want to put this to bed. As far as like this battle between the Ravens and the Carolina Panthers because of one player, don't work like that.
Right.
If you're a real football fan, you understand. What you focused on is what's going on in your division. Right. I'm not worrying about anything. Me personally, I'm not worrying about anything NFC.
Right.
Period. Right. I don't want to lose those games. Not all of them. For me as a Raven, the only game that's on our schedule that I got some real distaste for is the Falcons because. Some years ago, Roddy White had that push that ended up winning them the game. It was controversial at the end. I remember that a whole lot. These new Ravens, I don't know. These bandwagon Super Bowl bandwagon Ravens, I don't know about that. But for me personally, the real beef is with the Falcons, and because we beat the Saints. I think we played y'all in the regular season. I think that year, and Ray Lewis had an interception to the house. Not to rub salt or nothing like that. I'm just spitting the facts that this is what a real fan of a football team remembers,
right?
Not just this current stuff.
Now, here's the thing. Real Ravens fans, like when I talk to people like you and some other guys that I talk to online who are hardcore Ravens fans, they're not really buying into this whole Week 4 matchup as much as Carolina Panthers fans are. And
you got an investment. You
right,
got a whole lot of emotional investment.
So they look at the game on the schedule like, okay, well, it's a pretty big game, but it ain't like one of the games that we actually got circled on our calendar. You know what I'm saying? Now, Panther fans, on the other hand, especially ones like me, I'm interested in that game because I want to see Smitty do well just so he can prove to Dave Gettleman that he made a mistake. Now, I don't want the Ravens to win. I just want Smitty to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's possible, but that's the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Glass?
That we talking about Baltimore Raven game.
Yeah.
Well, Smitty playing against Panthers.
Right.
I'm with you. I want him to have a good game. You know what? I'm gonna have a horse in the race, so I ain't gonna say I don't care which team wins.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like Baltimore.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, I just want Smitty to have a good game.
Yeah, me too. I do too. You know. And then you got these other Ravens fans who, and I think they do that just to, incite Panthers fans because because a Ravens fan who make a big deal about this Week 4 matchup to me ain't really paying attention to what's really going on. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, you have to. It's all about your own backyard first, man. I mean, NFC opponent on the road at M&T. I mean, if you had to ask me before the Ravens transition to what they are now, 5 or 6 years ago, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
Right.
For me, like, no way.
Yeah.
All right, let me just just take the train off the track real quick. I know I said y'all might go 10-6. I just sat here and looked at y'all schedule. Y'all must have the hardest schedule out there.
Oh, goodness gracious, Glass. You know what? That is I looked at that schedule. I did a schedule release podcast, and I looked at that schedule. Dude, it's got the Chicago Bears. It's got look at the NFC
Detroit,
North combined.
Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Chicago,
wow.
Green Bay, Seattle, New Orleans, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Look at the NFC North's combined record last season. The NFC North is garbage. Okay, garbage.
Right.
Garbage. They all fighting to win 8-8. You know what I'm saying? The division winner ended up winning, 9 games, 10 games? I mean, what was the division winner's record in the NFC North? You know, come on, man.
10? Was it 10? 9? No, 9.
9 games. I'm saying, ain't nobody worried about the NFC North, okay?
Well, don't get blinded by the previous season record.
No, I understand what was going on. I understand about, Aaron Rodgers got injured toward the end of the season. But explain to me what was going on in Minnesota. Explain to me what was going on in your boys, the Chicago Bears. And we know about Jay Cutler and an exercise bike, and he ain't never gonna complete a look. I'm just saying. You go, man. Q. We about to get. We're gonna say this for. I know. That's what I'm saying. I can't give him everything. I can't give it. I want to give people a taste of what it's like on TeamBoydTV. But I'm just saying though, NFC North, AFC. Look, it's 2 teams in the AFC North that are scary. Okay, Baltimore is a little scary, and I'm gonna say it. I think Cincinnati is scary, but I ain't worried about no Detroit. I ain't worried about no Packers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about them.
Worried about Detroit?
I ain't worried about no Detroit.
Real?
Yeah, Detroit sucks.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
We will talk about this later.
Detroit sucks. Everybody trying to leave Detroit. Nick Fairley and Dominic Sue, they trying to get out of town. You know what I'm saying? Nobody worry about it. They got their own problems. You know what I mean? They got their own problems.
I just read yesterday, or I think it was yesterday on Twitter, that Reggie Bush said that Stafford would have a breakout season next season.
He gonna have a break season. He gonna be not like he think though.
He said he gonna have a tremendous bounce back season.
I guarantee that the Detroit Lions, and I'm gonna say this now before we even get into TeamBoydTV Live, the Detroit Lions will get whooped by every team in the NFC South. Every one of them.
Oh,
every one of them, including the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Every single one of them.
What episode is this?
13. Yes.
I'm gonna bring this back to your attention.
I'm telling you.
Y'all straight up sleeping on Detroit.
I'm just saying.
And I'm a Chicago Bears fan, and I got my eye on Detroit.
Nope, Detroit will finish third. I'm telling you.
You understand that they had a lot of free agent acquisitions.
They
had a damn good draft.
They got Golden Tate in there. I mean, I understand all that. I do.
No, you don't. You don't. That's the way you talking.
They will get beat by every one of the NFC South teams. Every one of them.
You went out on a limb.
I'm just saying.
On episode 13.
And you watch the comment section and watch how many people agree with what I'm saying.
On the limb, he jumped off the cliff.
watch how many people agree with me. Look. I think Green Bay and Chicago will make more noise than Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I actually think that Minnesota might give Detroit a run for their money. I'm just saying.
Hey.
I ain't got no faith in Detroit, man. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Glass.
Number one, you have something against Detroit?
I don't. I have absolutely nothing against Detroit.
Number one, they are stacking. They are stacking up. They are reloading.
I understand.
No, you don't, man. They got Reggie Bush.
I understand.
Who can actually catch the ball and run.
Yes, he can.
You see what they did last year?
I saw them lose a lot of games last year. I saw them lose a lot of games.
It is because of the coaching. Okay. I blame most of that to the coaching.
Okay, so they bring Caldwell in there to see what he'll do. Yeah.
And Caldwell know what he's doing.
Mark my words, Glass. The Detroit Lions will get whooped by every single NFC South team. Every one of them.
Q, I'm gonna quote my boy because I watch his vids too. I'm gonna quote my boy Sean J. Man, it's the difference between being a hunter and a hunted, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you trying to tell me that Carolina ain't hunting no more? You don't think they hungry still?
I still think they hungry, but it's a difference, man.
Oh, so 15 to 17 sacks. For this, that you don't think they hungry? You don't think so?
Big Q.
You don't think so?
I'm just telling you that it's a difference between being a hunter and a hunted.
I'm gonna tell you something. Yes. The NFC North is soft. Carolina is way too hard to get bounced by. Any one of those soft teams, all those teams are soft. All of them.
NFC North?
Yes. including the legendary Chicago Bears.
Well,
I'm not going to talk about Chicago Bears October 5th, but I will tell you about the Detroit Lions on September 14th. Mm-hmm. They are fresh. It's only 2 games in.
Right.
Y'all better keep your eye on them.
Okay. I'm just telling you. They'll take their first NFC loss of the season. It's going to happen. It's going to happen 3 more times.
Okay. We'll talk about this later. We will talk about this later.
And I'm going to stand firm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stand firm on it. Hey, look.
What's the real, like, I don't understand you calling out. I mean, out of all the teams, the Panthers that's on their schedule, you calling out the Detroit Lion fan base and the team.
Well, see, look, now you're trying to start stuff.
We ain't starting nothing. You do that yourself.
Now you're trying to start stuff.
Like, why you calling out the Detroit Lions? You know, get a tough opponent.
No, see. So you agree with me? So you agree with me? The Detroit Lions are soft, right? That's what you're saying.
Oh, they're not soft.
You calling them fat? Wait.
No, you picking on somebody safe. You know, you want to safe.
No. I'm just saying, when I look at the schedule, this is what I see. Look, y'all gonna sit there and say how much y'all are realists and what? I can't be a realist. I can't do that. I can't keep it 100.
Number one, you NFC North soft. Number one, then you gonna you gonna break it down and say the Detroit Lions.
Okay, let me give you some facts.
I like Charmin.
Let me give you some facts.
And then you say they gonna get completely swept by the whole South.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Call out their whole division.
I did.
And you up your division and say that you're going to sweep everybody in your division, going to sweep the Detroit Lions.
Yes, the Detroit Lions, yes. Now, maybe not the Vikings, maybe not the Bears. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. To the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm just saying. The Minnesota Vikings may get the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm just saying they might. You know what I mean?
Let's cut this right here.
I'm being real.
On this one.
Listen to this, Glass.
You talking outside your head right now, man.
Listen to this, Glass. Listen to this. Look at. I beg you, you sit in front of a computer. Pull up the Minnesota Vikings 2013 schedule. They're soft. Pull up the Green Bay Packers 2013 schedule. They're soft. Pull up the Chicago. Look, I ain't even talking about Chicago Bears.
Right? You talking about 2013? We talking about 2014.
Well, look, they were soft last year. They're gonna be soft again this year. I'm just saying. We know Jay Cutler ain't gonna make it through the whole entire 16. We already know that, right? Minnesota got a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Half of the defensive line want to bail up out of Detroit. You know what I mean? Who am I leaving out? I'm leaving out somebody.
You named them all. You said
Chicago.
Chicago. That's what I'm saying. Chicago. They quarterback ain't gonna make it through the whole entire season. And Minnesota got a rookie quarterback. The Packers. I'm leaving out the Pack might. They might do something. You know what I'm saying? They might do something. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying out of all 4 teams, Detroit is the weakest link.
But this is what you do. Mm-hmm. Call out the Pack. Sweep the Pack.
This ain't about the Packers. We're talking about the Detroit Lions.
How is it about the Detroit Lions, though?
Because
we ain't talking about the Detroit Lions. We talking about the NFC North. Right. Let's not get it twisted. Look, you called them all.
I didn't say that my division was going to sweep the Packers. I said they were going to sweep the Lions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And I'm a Green Bay Packer hater. Right, so I'm like, I don't care about them.
Look, mark my words, man. Mark my words. Man. I'm telling you, we will come back to this and we will see. I'm telling you.
Well, you won't have to worry. When it happens, I'm going to blow Twitter up.
Because you know, the Detroit Lions, I mean, you can hang 4 L's on them already. You can go ahead and do it. You can go ahead and do it.
All I got to say is this. I know this is the Black and Blue Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know right now. I'm going to put this on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
I'm going to put this on Google Plus.
And watch the comment section.
Ask all NFC North lovers to listen to this podcast.
And watch the comment section. Either they're going to say that boy Q is a complete idiot, or they're going to be like, you know what? That dude is a football guru. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do.
I think it's definitely the latter. Definitely the latter.
That is a trip. Hey, so listen, this is what we do. This is what we do on Team Boyd TV Live. This is how we do it. This is what we do every single Wednesday night, starting from July 9th, right? Ain't that what we said? July 9th? Yeah, Wednesday, July 9th, 7:30. Right. Team Boyd TV Live. Hey, Glass Man, JB, I want to thank y'all guys for coming on my side of things, and being over here on the Black and Blue Podcast with me. How was y'all guys' first taste of the Black and Blue Podcast, man?
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right? It's good stuff.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, not bad.
You know?
Yeah, Yeah.
I feel a little strange, man. These ain't even my colors, you know. I feel a little odd. But it's a good platform.
It's definitely a good platform, right? And listen, you know, you talking to people that are going to be watching us this season who ain't never seen us before. You know what I'm saying? So these are all new Team Boyd TV Live subscribers, man. And so, you know, you're looking for, I wanted to give them a taste of what we're going to bring, man. Hey, listen, again, I want to thank you guys for coming on with me. And, hey, listen, we only got 5 weeks, man. You know what I mean?
5 weeks.
I can't wait. After listening to what we just talked about right now,
right?
And they ain't coming soon enough.
I know that's right. Hey, JB, tell them how they can get at you, bro.
Hey, you can always find me on Team Boyd TV something, but anything Team Boyd TV. But I'm on Twitter at Team Boyd TV JB_JB.
All right, and
also hold on before we go. I know everybody been kind of heavily anticipating my own podcast deal with the woman, but I've been having some technical difficulties, which I'm trying to lean on you because I want to create this thing myself.
Oh yeah.
I had a few drafts, but it's getting there. It's going to be home for the Ravens Nation, and that's pretty much it. And
awesome.
That's going to happen.
So you making a commitment right here that we're going to get that before the season starts.
Yes, because I'm waiting myself, JB.
I understand.
I'm waiting for the war machine, JB.
Hey, I've seen your little condescension on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that. It's like, what should I say to Glass? My co-host.
You know what I mean? Hey, but yeah, we look. Everybody anticipating, and you know me, man. I've been out here blowing it up. So you know they waiting on it, man. You got your Ravens fans. They want to hear what you got to say.
Absolutely, and I don't want to do it like close to any type of like preseason or the Hall of Fame game because it's probably going to come off a little bias. I don't want to do that, so it'll be there way before July 9th.
No doubt. Hey, Glass, tell everybody how they can get at you, bro.
All right, first I appreciate you putting me on to the Black and Blue podcast. This is real straight. I like it.
All right.
Follow me on Twitter at GetWittedSports. You can check out my YouTube channel with me and Brandon at GetWittedSports 2. That's the number 2. Check us out on Facebook, GetWittedSports, Google Plus, Facebook, GetWittedSports. And if you have any problems, suggestions, comments, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I can tell right now I'm going to have some Panther fans hating on me. But it's all good. If you got any problems with me, hit me up on my email address at GetWittedSports2. That's the number 2 at gmail.com. Once again, appreciate it. Big Q.
No problem. Hey, look, thank you guys for coming on and doing this Black and Blue podcast with me, man. And I'll be catching up with you guys in a few weeks, man. I'm super excited for Team Boyd TV Live. I think we had a lot of fun last season. I think the fans, they showed us a lot of support, man. We had a lot of people, anticipating the season 2 that we're getting ready to do. And I think it's going to be fantastic. Again, thank you, fellas, for coming and joining me. And I guess I'll be catching up with y'all in a few weeks.
All right, man.
Yeah.
What up, peeps? When you're done listening to our partners at Team Boyd TV and you want to hear more sports talk that is no holds barred, just like at your favorite barbershop, come on over to Get With It Sports, a place where you get your sports with a little swag. Check out our videos on YouTube at Get With It Sports 2. That's the number 2. And watch Glass and Brandon as they give you their best in the NFL, NBA, and MLB sports talk. Also, check out our blog page at GetWittedSports.wordpress.com. Thanks and see you there.
Yo, JB for Team Boyd TV, co-host of Team Boyd TV Live every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be discussing updates, breakdowns, and just about everything NFL. Hosted by yours truly, Big Q, co-hosted by me, JB, and my boy Glass from Get With It Sports. If some reason you missed the show, still haven't had your fill, visit TeamBoydTV.com.
What up, football fans? You want to stay up on the latest of Team Boyd TV happenings? Like us on our Facebook page at Team Boyd TV on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at Team Boyd TV and at VernieB73. You can also check out our YouTube page at Team Boyd TV Turbo, where there's live events, videos, among other things. You can also keep up with the latest happenings, live chats, question and answer sessions on Google Plus at Team Boyd TV. Thank you once again for watching Team Boyd TV.
The Black and Blue Podcast.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys checking out another episode of Black and Blue Podcast. I'm going to give a big shout out to my boys from Team Boyd TV Live, my brother JB, and my man Glass from Get With It Sports. Hey, listen, we got 5 weeks, man, and we're going to give y'all the dopest live show on YouTube. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. As always, man, you guys can like the videos on YouTube. You can actually like, rate, and subscribe to the ones on Spreaker and iTunes. And, you know, this has been awesome, and I'm glad you guys have been hanging around. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who has subscribed to the YouTube channel on TeamBoydTV Turbo, and everybody else who's been liking and following on Twitter. Again, I'm your boy, Big Q, TeamBoydTV Turbo. You can follow me on Twitter at TeamBoydTV. I'm out, y'all. The Black and Blue Podcast.